the high mountain town of Silver Pines, Montana, life was measured by the seasons and the strength of one's word. Two young men grew up on neighboring ranches, Gabriel Harper and Elliot Foster. Gabriel was the kind of person who made everything look easy. He was tall, athletic, and had a natural touch with animals. Folks in town used to say Gabriel could talk a bird out of a tree. On the other hand, Elliot was quiet and unassuming. He wasn't particularly fast or strong, and he usually had to read a manual 3 times before he understood how to fix a fence. The town's elder, a retired rancher named Thomas Sterling, owned the most legendary stallion in the county, a charcoal black horse named Midnight. Thomas was getting too old to ride in the annual Harvest Derby, a rugged race through the pine trails. One evening, Thomas called the 2 young men to his porch. "I'm looking for someone to ride Midnight in the Derby," Thomas said, spitting a bit of sunflower seed shell into the grass. "But Midnight is a temperamental spirit. He only runs for someone he trusts. For the next 30 days, whoever shows up at my barn at 5 a.m. sharp to feed, groom, and walk him gets the saddle on race day." Gabriel grinned. "Mr. Sterling, you've seen me ride. I can handle any horse with my eyes shut. I'll have Midnight eaten out of my hand." Elliot simply nodded. "I'll be here, Mr. Sterling." The first week, both boys showed up. But by the second week, the mountain air turned biting cold. Gabriel, knowing he was the better rider, started hitting the snooze button. "I've got natural talent," Gabriel thought, pulling his blankets tighter. "I can make up for lost time in the final week." He started showing up at 9 a.m., then 10 a.m., and eventually, some days he didn't show up at all. Meanwhile, Elliot was there every single morning. At 5 a.m., while the stars were still out, he was in the chilly barn. He didn't just feed the horse, he talked to him. He brushed Midnight's coat until it shone like silk. He spent hours walking the horse through the narrow, rocky trails of Coyote Ridge, learning exactly where the horse stumbled and where he liked to run. The day of the Harvest Derby arrived. Half the county had gathered at the Miller Creek trailhead. Gabriel showed up in flashy new leather boots, looking confident. He walked up to Midnight to throw the saddle on, but the horse wheeled sharply and stepped back, baring his teeth. Gabriel tried to grab the reins, but Midnight bucked, nearly kicking the fence down. "He's just skittish today," Gabriel shouted, feeling the eyes of the town on him.
Thomas Sterling stepped forward and put a hand on Gabriel's shoulder. "No, son, he's not skittish. He's a stranger to you. You wanted the glory of the race, but you didn't want the discipline of the dawn." Thomas turned to Elliot. When Elliot approached, Midnight lowered his head and nudged Elliot's chest. The saddle went on without a sound. The race was grueling, but Elliot and Midnight moved like a single shadow. They knew every turn of the trail because they had practiced it 30 times in the morning mist. Elliot won by a mile. After the race, as Elliot was cooling the horse down, Thomas Sterling spoke to the crowd, but his eyes were on Gabriel. "The world is full of Gabriel Harpers," Thomas said softly. "People with all the talent in the world who wonder why they never reach the finish line. Potential is a gift, but discipline is the choice to honor that gift. If you only work when you're inspired, you'll be beaten every time by the man who works because it's 5 a.m. Gabriel looked at his polished boots, now covered in dust, and finally understood. Talent might give you the lead, but only discipline gets you to the end of the road.